I mean, when it comes to Agers, Acorn, and Pollo, what an incredible run we got to see from Major 1. And they kind of went under the radar for many, many weeks until we really got into the Major 1 finals.
Also
And I feel like they might be doing a little bit of the same today. A lot of people putting them in second place below Peterbot. But Acorn is such an incredibly smart IGL. He understands the meta. He knows exactly what to do to be at his advantage. And then you have Pollo, who is an incredible fragger and support. And then Agers, who solo clutched, I honestly, probably their Major 1 win.
Yeah, I mean, definitely did, right? Some of these trios, some of these players are just Grands players that kind of show up, right? And they're like, listen, it's finals now. We're going to give you guys the best. And I would expect that out of this trio.
Ooh, can't wait to see. We're close. We got 5 more minutes before we can jump into the battle bus to kick off the competition. I know, we're so close. The last thing we want to talk about here is trios we think could qualify to globals, right? With 3 spots on the line, who do we think could walk away with one of those spots? We want to start pretty simply here, right? Clix, Iamzo, and Higgs. I mean, we've already kind of touched on them fighting over the black markets, and now we kind of see them come in. They finally broke in that 4th place curse. Can they break the ultimate curse and go ahead and qualify through the globals this weekend?
I think that there is a possibility. I think out of all of the seasons that we have seen Clix play, that this is the best potential that we have out of them getting a 1st place or 2nd place spot in the finals. And if you look at this graph right here, that doesn't look super great. Yes, Group 2 was a little rough for Clix's trio, Vivid, and you could even hear that after the group stage finished, just kind of how down Clix was on himself.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about that myself, right? Like, is that going to go ahead and affect them in the finals? I don't think it will, right? They've been competing for a very long time. But Kelly, I mean, this trio just does such a good job of controlling the low ground, getting to the front sides of the moving zone. It would be no surprise to me if they were able to kind of pull something like this off for a majority of the games today.
It's wild. During the performance evaluation that happened a few days ago, literally at the same second mark, around 24 minutes and 40 seconds, which is around the time that the 10th zone pops, they would go and aggressively push into the front side of zone. And you can see, even when Iamzo and Higgs were a duo without Clix, they still made the same move. And pushing to the front side of zone isn't necessarily a, unique strat, but it's how aggressive they go for it every single time. That's really impressive to me, and I think part of the reason why we see them do well in consistency.
I mean, I gotta see it. I want to see Clix. Let's see it globals. Let's just make it happen. Let's talk about Muzz, Yapko, and Rise. I feel like it wouldn't be a globals without Clix, and it wouldn't be a globals without Muzz. Obviously, these guys are over at Shiny Shafts. They've got a black market nearby, right? So we've got all the pieces. Now we just have to convert that into a top 3.
Yeah, and this is definitely something that Muzz, Yapko, and Rise can bring. Muzz has had such an incredible run this season as far as solo cash cups go, and them as a trio as well has performed pretty well. We saw them in Major 1 get 5th place. They broke up at the start of Season 2, and then right before play-ins happened, Vivid, we saw them join back up again and get 5th overall.
I mean, super incredible stuff out of them. I like that strategy that kind of Z kind of pointed out, right? The black market being nearby. Also like Shiny Shafts, because it also gives them the option to use that launch pad that's on the hill right above their POI. Can make some of these rotates easier for this trio. I think their strategy in the end game, the early game being uncontested, it's looking good for these guys.
Okay. I said it wouldn't be a globals without Clix. Said it wouldn't be a globals without Muzz. It also wouldn't be a globals without Kanata. Come on, man. Kanata, Bolts, and Sphinx more recently forming, now looking to snag one of those top 3 spots. I guess the question I have to ask is, do we think they can do it?
This, out of the 3 trios that we've talked about, is probably the biggest question mark for me, and I think a lot of it's going to come down to zone pulls in their favor. They are an incredible trio. Kanata is one of the most brilliant players that I have ever seen in Fortnite. His ability to handle Storm Surge or just kind of come up with unique strats on the fly, I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it better. Bolt's an incredible player. We saw him do really well with Bryce last year. I'm excited to see him joined up by Kanata. And Sphinx, who at one point Cooper called one of the best IGLs in the game. I think all 3 of them have so much potential. I really, really hope they stick together for Major 3, because I think we could see even more come out of them.
Well, yeah, they're going to have to stick together for Major 3 after they qualify to globals this weekend. Am I right, guys? But yeah, I mean, this trio, my eyes are going to be on them throughout the day, right? They're going to be landing southeast of the map, all the way down in the corner, probably looking to farm some kinch stats there with distance traveled. But yeah, Kanata always has some sort of strategy plan when it comes down to Storm Surge. Usually he's the player towards the top of the leaderboard in terms of damage dealt when it comes down to these finals, and he's got the most experience out of anybody in the lobby when you look at it. So that's why he's been through all of the metas. He knows what to do.
I love it. Okay, we have like 20 seconds, really fast. Kelly, Vivid, what are you guys hoping to see out of game number 1? Go.
Big shout outs to other teams that we didn't get to mention. Bucky Kimokas, I think, are going to do well. Braids, Diminished Visuals, Shadow, Curve, and Tyler. Of course, Buka Threats and Rabbit did really well during scrims. Reet, please, I want to see you get a top 5.
Okay, and listen, I'm going to go back to my typical, I want 6-12 good games of Fortnite.
That's right. Simple, and that's what I love to hear. It is that time. Friends, let's jump up on that battle bus. 6 games today. How do we set the stage going into tomorrow? Let's find out. Right.
Yeah, such a close game. Check it out. It's all live on YouTube.